Welcome to the Field Instructor's Orientation Module 4, Student Orientation to the Agency. The objectives for Module 4 include identifying information students need for effective agency orientation and acclimation, developing an agency orientation checklist, recognizing strategies for dealing with student anxiety, and engaging students and building relationships. One item that can assist students in acclimating to the field agency is an agency orientation checklist. Items that may be included on the checklist are agency basics such as breaks, dress code, parking, and signing in and out. If the agency has an employee handbook, it may be provided for guidance purposes. Policies unique to the agency such as confidentiality, procedures, terminology, and abbreviations. Description of the agency, the services provided, and the population served. History of the agency, funding sources, and organizational charts. Introduction to staff and description of their roles within the agency. Interagency phone directory. Map of agency, city or county. Agency emergency procedure plans. Remember that the practicum is a totally new experience for students who are already stressed out about classwork. Anticipate that the students will be anxious. Students often worry that their performance will be inadequate or that they won't meet the agency's expectations. Planning a well-structured practicum experience can alleviate many of the students' fears and anxieties. Following are strategies for both preventing and soothing practicum student anxiety. As field instructors, you may find it necessary to help students deal with anxiety. Here are some tips for alleviating student anxiety. Arrange for the student to meet administrative, clerical, and support staff prior to the practicum. Go over the agency orientation checklist with the student, covering any questions the student may have. Schedule face-to-face supervision time with the student on a regular basis, 2 hours per week. In your first supervisory meetings, identify gaps in the student's knowledge of the agency, services, or clientele, and along with the student, formulate a learning plan to fill those gaps. Be clear in informing the student of your expectations and discuss your supervision style. Our goal for students' field experience includes working towards a win-win situation, one where the student is gaining essential practice skills and the agency is benefiting from the student's presence in the agency. To achieve this win-win relationship, it is important to engage students and build relationships. Students who are fully engaged and feel comfortable in relationships with agency members will have more effective learning experience and be an asset to the agency. Following are strategies that serve to engage students while building relationships. Students are often afraid to ask questions, fearing that they will appear uninformed. For this reason, it is good to encourage questions. It lets students know the door is open for a learning atmosphere. Provide feedback. Offer constructive criticism and give acknowledgement where it is due. Soliciting the students' input is a great way to encourage their participation and growth. If at all possible, allow students to be a part of some decision-making process. This encourages participation and gives the student the added responsibility of being a team member. Now that we've finished the informative section of Module 4, let's review what we've learned. A good tool to assist a student's acclimation to the agency is A. Agency Rulebook. B. Orientation Checklist. C. Pay Schedule. Or D. To-do list. If you answered B, orientation checklist, you are correct. True or false? New students often feel anxious about the practicum experience. If you answered true, you are correct. One method of student engagement is to offer blank as well as acknowledgement of work well done. A. constructive criticism, B. timely feedback, C. critical analysis, or D. dance lessons? If you answered A. constructive criticism, you are correct. Students who are blank and feel comfortable in a relationship with agency members will have a more effective learning experience and be an asset to the agency. Is it A. permanently hired, B. thorough planners, C. client-focused, or D. fully engaged? If you answered D. fully engaged, you are correct. True or false, field instructors should schedule face-to-face meetings with a student for a suggested 2 hours weekly. If you answered true, you are correct. Thank you for completing Module 4.